Hi guys, it's Michael here from Tradehack. Today I want to give you a quick overview of our Backflow and TMV testing and management software system. We'll start by clicking on the Clients tab, and we'll show any locations that sit under that client. You could have multiple locations. Today we've got one location with a couple of devices, so I'll click on the device list. For these few devices here, we'll test by setting up a job. From here, it'll default with the two valves will come in. We can set a date and a time. I'll leave it as default at the moment, but most importantly, we'll choose which tester will be testing these devices today. So I'm going to choose myself and we'll save the job. It now says that the job's been saved. I will click on my schedule tab up the top, and we can now see that there is a job scheduled for myself. If I click on the header bar there, it opens up, shows the two devices that are to be tested on this site. We'll click on test. So it defaults at a standard test. If I was removing a device, I'd click on remove, or if it was indeed a test on a device, I'd click on the first test, but I'm happy with that. You'll see here that the hazard level has already been brought through from the setup of the device. This one's a double check containment. And you can see here that these sections of the form are totally collapsible and expandable. We've got the location of the device, and if we weren't sure of where the device is, we could click on the maps and bring up a maps and GPS locate those devices. Okay, so I'm ready to start taking the test. I'll just simply go in and put some data entry in. You'll see now that it'll default with the time of the test once I enter the mains pressure. The date of the test is there. We'll scroll down. This one's a valve check. We got the main device here. So if I'm testing a valve check main device, it's probably something around about 22 kPa in the first check, and it's probably around about, say, 55 kPa on the second check. We've tested our upstream and downstream isolation valves, and there'll be no strainer obviously on this one. We then go to the bypass, and I'll just say that they're 22 and say 18 over the two checks. You can now see that the differential between the sum of the two valves has been worked out automatically. We've got a 37 kPa. Click on tight for both the upstream and the downstream isolation valve. So that's obviously in a pass state at the moment because it's greater than 20 kPa. We'll choose the test kit. I've got a Dura test kit in here that's current, so I'm using that one. Any remarks I can put into the Form 9 at this stage if need be. You can see there that it defaults. It already knows it's an Appendix G test, and it already knows it's in a pass state. Inserts my signature, and I'm basically ready to complete that test. You'll now notice that it's coming up with a prompt saying that you're about to send this form to council, so I'll go OK. And the interface will go back to my job schedule. You can now see that the valve has been successfully tested. It's got a pass status on there. I'm ready to move to the second device, which is the RPZ, so I click on test. Once again, you can see that it's got photo recognition there. It's got a close-up of the serial number. It's been GPS located as well, so I'm ready to start testing. So I'm happy with the standard test because I'm just testing my annual test on this. Once again, we'll put in the mains pressure. You'll see that it defaults with the time of test. An RPZ, so it's probably something like 50 kPa. We'll get a relief valve opening at 18 kPa, give us a pass, and a tight on the second check. We've got tight and tight on the isolation valves. This one's got a strainer, and I'm going to clean it. Now, say I forget to put the test kit in and I go to complete the test. Well, the system's going to tell me any fields that I forget to, and that would be for any sections that are mandatory on that Form 9 for an RPZ test. It will tell me that I'm missing. It'll then highlight those sections in red so that they stand out, and I'll now bring in that test kit and I'll complete the test. Tells me that it's going to cancel automatically. and it now goes through, takes me back to my job schedule that I'm testing from. We can see now that both devices have been successfully tested. So the job is complete in the sense that I've completed the testing. Now I want to go through and click on the Complete This Job tab. When we complete the job in Tradehack, it will automatically send out a completion report to the client loaded with those 2 PDFs. So essentially all testing paperwork has been sent automatically to council as we're testing, and now with this final step, our legislative requirement will be met to send any paperwork to the client as well as council. So I'm going to go ahead and complete this job at this stage, and it brings up the completion form. We'll go ahead. I've got no notes to save. You can see that both of those devices that were completed are default and ticked, and we'll simply go ahead and complete the job. Now you can see that the status of the actual job tab up the top has gone green and complete, and we have now successfully completed the job. So what I'll do now is I'll just quickly take you into the inboxes that I am capturing for council and also for the client, just to show you those Form 9s that are coming through. Okay, so here I am in my email box. I've set up my email for both council and the client. If I click on the first one that comes through, you'll see there is one PDF attachment. The next one that came through was the RPZ device test that we completed, and the last email that comes through was the completion report with the 2 file attachments. So I'll go ahead and click on these now. So this is what the Tradehack Form 9 looks like. If I scroll down, you can see that it puts the signature in. It's got the pass status, and all of the data collection has been automatically put into the form. Okay guys, thanks for watching. As you can see just how easy it is to use our Backflow and TMV testing software. We currently have clients from Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland. We are currently offering a free setup service, which includes importing all devices and staff members and setting your system up ready to start testing. If you're interested, please contact us on the details provided. Thanks again. Cheers.